I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break.
Hey guys, Chris here from Kite Republic. Absolutely stoked to be introducing the Duotone Slick SLS. Now, what is SLS to start with? If you're a kiter, you'll definitely know it. It's all over the kiting world. Duotone's version for stronger, lighter, superior. They use the strongest stuff, the lightest stuff to get the absolute best performance out of it. I think everybody knows the Slick by now, but for anyone that doesn't, obviously it is that wing on the market with the boom. So basically you can move your hands wherever you want them. You don't have to let go and go to another spot or anything like that. You can make those small adjustments and it's really easy. So you know, you're finishing off a move. You don't even have to look. You can just feel your way through everything. It really is the one wing that will help most people to be able to do a lot more different maneuvers straight away because they don't have to think about hands and placement and movement. Now, introducing the Slick SLS. We've got it here up against the Duotone Slick Standard, also a current model, but this is the new one that's just hitting the market at the moment. What you'll see straight away, wingtip wise, it looks a bit more refined and looks a little bit more thinned out towards the wingtip, whereas last year we saw that really squared off shape in the Slick. Now the beauty of the squared off shape was, especially for shorter riders or going for a bigger wing, we were going to something that didn't have as big a wingspan. The problem with going to a shorter wingspan is things can get a bit flighty behind you. It doesn't have as good a tracking. So what they've done this year, they've just slightly, this is a 5 against a 5, they've gone a little bit wider on that. And when you look at this wing, the Duotone Slick, you'll see that it is very, very close to the unit, the standard unit that's just come out and is absolutely taking the winging world by storm. So the shape and a lot of the features have come straight off the back of that. When you look at the two there, side by side as well, you'll see last year, we had this one really big window. So look, for vision might be marginally better, but one thing that we do know about when you've got a thinner material and a thicker material is it will make a change in the airflow and it won't give it quite that same consistency of feel. So what they've done this year to move away from that is the SLS has got these small windows, and you'll see the direction that the windows run in. So very much in line with the tension that runs through the canopy there as well. So notice in terms of that tension, they're super tight. It's basically like a drum, this new one, from the front, from the leading edge right through to the trailing edge here. You'll see that the wing itself holds a lot more tension and there's been a lot more put into that area. Last year, absolutely fantastic wing still. Had a bit of tension through here. You'll see that trailing edge there definitely doesn't have the same sort of ping to it either. As well as that, you'll see this is a really thin seam now at the back there, and really that has been tensioned beautifully. Last year, just a little bit thicker. So moving away from that, you'll see how many small panels there's seams running right through a lot of these. So much smaller panels, which keeps that tension exactly where they want it and allows them to get the 3D shape that they're after. That's why just feel wise, you get such a huge consistency out of this wing when you ride it. All right, so just turning these wings over, you'll see straight away here, last year's had a much smaller handle, which meant when you were holding onto it, there were times where your knuckles would be rubbing and could hurt after a long downwinder. And the handle was a bit smaller. This year they've increased that size and they've also got a much bigger panel through there. That thicker, stronger Dacron through the center here and then going into that Penta TX, so a lighter and stronger material there. Last year we obviously had that just a light Dacron that they used for all of it. When we look at it from this angle, just looking at the thicknesses of the leading edge and where that changes, through the center, you'll see this is the SLS on top. It's very similar for both of them, staying fairly similar up to about here. And then you'll see the standard model that's out there stays thick right through to the wingtip, whereas that SLS version really starts to thin out and become a little bit more refined towards the end of the leading edge. And what we've seen with that before, It's exactly the same as the unit. Works beautifully. It's getting all sorts of raving reviews, and just allowing that whole canopy to work how it's meant to, and not being too locked in a certain way. In terms of the construction side, have a look at the size of this panel from there right through to here. That's all one panel, then another panel to get us to the corner here. If we have a look at the new SLS, okay, we've got one panel here, one panel here, one panel here, here. They're all small panels. Now, what that allows them to do is them to get that shaping exactly how they want it. So just like the unit that you will have seen out there on the water already, it's allowed them to put this beautiful shape into the canopy. It's going to keep that tension in there a lot better. But yeah, just beautiful in that surf mode, and just holds its shape really well in much wider range of conditions than we've seen before. Now on here, I've just got the standard platinum boom. What you will see this year as well, we don't have them just yet, but we'll be getting them soon. But the boom will be coming as an SLS version as well. So the SLS will be a thinner or a reduced diameter boom, just to allow easier work on your hands, and just to be a bit more comfortable feeling while you're out there. You'll notice the actual connection up here is quite different to what we saw last year as well. So we've got the angled supports through here on both sides, and then we've got the entire pouch coming over the top and sitting in there. For the standard Slick, we see just the straight bits with the permanent strap that sits there. So two different connections, should even keep everything in a bit better. Haven't had any real issues over time, but yeah, that is another step up. One thing that you will notice as well, all of the current mini booms that are out there, as well as the SLS, will all fit into this new design as well. You don't have to change anything. If you're happy with your either silver, so the aluminium, or platinum, the carbon, then they'll both work perfectly. It's just you now have an option of the SLS reduced diameter option as well. All right, so in closing, what you are going to find on the water from the new Slick SLS, you're going to find the tighter canopy is definitely going to make it crisper in all the movements, and it's going to allow you, when you're actually pumping to get that more power, you're going to get it direct. You're not going to get quite as much lag. You're going to find when it is absolutely lit, or when the conditions are a lot more variable, the draft of the Slick SLS is going to stay there, and it's going to be a lot stronger, and it's going to allow you to predict a lot better how the wing is going to react in those different conditions. In terms of it being lighter, you know, as you're going through tacks and as you're going through different moves, you're going to find the wing itself it feels like it's not there, but then it'll allow you to have a little bit more lift as well, as opposed to having that weight. So you're going to get that direct feel from less movement at the right time. And just as what we're finding with the unit at the moment, it really steps it up away from that just free ride, where the bumps with the current Slick, it was good in terms of holding the boom through bumps, but if you had it parked and you had it behind you, there was a little bit more weight and you could feel that. The new Slick SLS is going to alleviate a lot of that and bring it right back down into that weight of wings that have handles, whereas you're going to have the bonus of having the boom there as well. So it's going to be super forgiving. It's going to allow you to surf it a lot better. It's going to feel more stable as you are doing that, and the wing itself, it's just going to feel really good. So if you are keen to try it out, come and check it out at Kite Republic, or hit us up online.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say.